Though the Supreme Court voted unanimously in 1954 that racial segregation was unconstitutional, the battle was far from over, especially in the South.
The doctrine of separate but equal has no place.
I shall continue unrelentlessly on this course.
By 1957, Arkansas Governor Orville Faubus was showing no sign of making good on his state's promise of gradual integration. Their proposed plan, known as the Blossom Plan after school superintendent Virgil Blossom, was to integrate slowly, starting with Little Rock Central High School. Daisy Bates, president of the Arkansas NAACP, saw the Blossom Plan as a stalling tactic used to weaken desegregation, and in 1956, the NAACP filed a lawsuit to speed the integration. In the 2 years that followed, Little Rock became a city in crisis. On one side of the conflict sat Orville Faubus and his racist Southern Democratic constituency. On the other, Daisy Bates and the NAACP. And directly in the middle, 9 African-American students whose actions of bravery would set in motion a chain of geopolitical transformations in the U.S. that continues still today. Melba Patillo Beals, Minnie Jean Brown, Elizabeth Eckford, Ernest Green, Gloria Ray Kalmark, Carlotta Walls Lanier, Thelma Mothershed, Terrence Roberts, and Jefferson Thomas. These were the 9 exemplary students chosen by Daisy Bates and the NAACP to force Faubus' hand in following the mandates of the federal government. In an interview with The Guardian in 2017, Minnie Jean Brown recalled her state of mind in the days preceding the forced integration. Part of growing up in a segregated society is that it's a little sort of enclave, and you know everybody. So I was thinking, wow, I can meet some other kids. But on September 4th, 1957, the Little Rock Nine were greeted by a sea of segregationists as they began their slow walk to the entrance of Little Rock Central High School. They moved closer and closer. Somebody started yelling. I tried to see a friendly face somewhere in the crowd, someone who maybe could help. I looked into the face of an old woman, and it seemed a kind face. But when I looked at her again, she spat on me. Elizabeth Eckford. In a radical effort to stop the students from entering the school, Governor Faubus deployed the Arkansas National Guard to blockade the entrance. The image of soldiers standing face to face with 9 defenseless high school students shocked the country. 20 days later, on September 24, 1957, President Dwight D. Eisenhower ordered the 101st Airborne Division to Little Rock to escort the students, and then federalized the Arkansas National Guard out of Faubus' control. The long, treacherous walk of the Little Rock Nine ultimately ended in a victory for the NAACP, the integrity of the U.S. Constitution, and Black students throughout the South that for all of American history had been subjected to deplorable limitations in their pursuit of education. The legacy of their resolve has been immortalized in the mythos of American history, but their walk hasn't ended. In 1999, while presenting each of the Little Rock Nine with the Congressional Medal of Honor, President Bill Clinton issued a warning. Segregation is no longer the law, but too often separation is still the rule. Today, children of every race walk through the same door, but then they often walk down different halls. They sit in different classrooms. They eat at different tables. They even sit in different parts of the bleachers at the football game. Though Faubus is gone, his vile notions of inequity persist in our education system still today. It is the role of the current generation to continue the walk of the Little Rock Nine, to shoulder that same cross boldly through the valley of shadows, and to stop only when sunlight has illuminated every ridge, cleansed every cavern, and the rivers of knowledge flow generously to every child that pursues them.